Hi everyone, my name is Kate and you're very welcome here on my channel where we talk about fragrances. Recently I posted a video dedicated to a wonderful man and now I want to take care of us girls. Yes, I love creating content for women. I think it's a lot of fun, and in this video I want to share the fragrances that I think are very attractive, sexy. They attract attention of people. People compliment them. People ask about them. So I have this maybe partially Valentine's video because we need something for a date, right? So yeah, let's dive in. First, if you enjoy watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video likes. It really helps because more people can see them and hopefully enjoy my videos, and I'm glad to share with more people. And yeah, oh, please don't mind my arm. It's my wrist. It's a yoga accident. I know it doesn't look pretty, but it's something that I have to wear now. I just decided to better make a video rather than not make a video. So I hope you understand. And let's begin with a fragrance that I think is a staple. This fragrance I consider the most sexy fragrance out of them all. And it's actually Narciso Rodriguez. This is For Her Forever. It's the latest flanker of this legendary perfume. I actually wore all versions of it. The main ones. The original of this fragrance, the EDT version in a black bottle, is actually the one that started my obsession. And I wore the black one and the pink one for a long time. It was my signature scent, and I'm so grateful for her because I think it's amazing. And yes, of course, legendary musks. That's what I smell the most here. That's the dominant note, this famous, unique musk that took over the world many, many years, about 20 years ago, something. Yeah, it's so beautiful. In addition to the strong musk note, I smell very abstract white florals. I know that there is frangipani in the notes. Honestly, I cannot find the frangipani here. I just can't. To me, it's more of abstract white florals, and that's it. I know that some people don't like frangipani note and they avoid it. Just in case, I tell you it's here, but I personally don't smell it. So for me, it's non-existent. It's a lighter, watered version of EDT in black bottle, kind of more modern. I think it answers the request of our time today. Although I think the original is just so perfect. Maybe just a little bit outdated for a lot of people. I understand that. But this is a very good flanker. It's lighter. It doesn't stay as long on your skin, but still it's nice. I enjoy it. Next fragrance is also very, very ultra feminine, I would say. This is Lipstick Rose by Frederic Malle, created by Ralph Schweiger. I don't know how to pronounce his last name correctly. To me, this perfume smells like the old school lipstick. Roses, raspberry, a little bit of bubblegum to me. I smell this aspect of bubblegum in this. And yeah, definitely a raspberry. And also there is a big powdery block. And I think it's iris and violet, maybe heliotrope, because heliotrope usually adds the fluff, to the formula. Yeah, it's so beautiful, so feminine. I love wearing this with the dress. I love wearing this when I wear something red, too. I think it's amazing. Such a great, beautiful fragrance. And actually, men react to this fragrance. I think it's just so ultra feminine. It's so unknown and unusual for men that they always, do that. And I understand why. It's beautiful. Next perfume that I needed to show you is actually Dusita Melodie de l'amour. And this is the only fragrance in my life that I smelled for the first time. And I thought, this is so sexy and sensual. It is. I know that it's very individual and everybody finds sexiness and fragrances in different ways, but this is mine. So this is very powerful. Tuberose, jasmine, maybe some other white, I don't know, maybe some other white florals. They're a little indolic. And I smell also the aspect of tea. Maybe it's jasmine, you know, maybe there's like jasmine with some tea. And lily of the valley here plus honey. I feel like they create this more animalic, more sensual part. And it creates the feeling of something alive, something moving, like, you know, blood circulating. It's very hard to describe it, explain it. But this fragrance, it's so full of life. It's so vital. And the more it warms up on the skin, especially in the summer, I love wearing this in the summer because it opens up in all its power, you know, all strength. It's so sexy. It's very, very sensual fragrance to me. I love it. I don't wear it a lot because it takes a very special mood for me. I wish I were a woman who could pull it off daily, you know, but I can't. I guess I'm a little bit too gentle for that. But sometimes when I need some spice, it's so beautiful. Please, if you like this profile, the kind of slightly indolic white florals, the jasmine and tuberose, just try it. It's so incredible, so beautiful. I bought it right away. I tried it once and I just bought it because I don't know, I couldn't imagine after meeting this piece of art, I just couldn't imagine not having access to it. So yeah, I love it. By the way, have you noticed that most bottles have something red about them? I actually wanted the color of this video to be a little bit more red because we talk about passion, right? So it's not a coincidence. Okay, now let's smell something a little bit more of a good girl, you know? Still with a spice, but a good girl. This is 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. Nishane. It's a Turkish brand, and I guess maybe it's a Turkish word. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. If you know, write down in the comments, please, where the accent is. And yes, so this fragrance reminds me a lot of Black Opium, the original. They do have something in common, but still there are differences. Just like Dusita's fragrance, it's also about the white florals, but it's completely different. It's so different. This is sweet tuberose and jasmine, maybe gardenia too. Yeah, maybe gardenia. With all honey as well, but it's soft and powdery. You know, it's very easy. It's sweet. It's a pretty sweet fragrance. I think it sits on a wooden base. I think they also mentioned vetiver and sandalwood in the base. So that's the wooden part, which is nice. I really like the dry down. And there's some fruitiness. The sweet citrus is very, very sweet, like orange maybe. It's a great fragrance. It's much easier if you don't want to wear something more sensual. This is also very nice, very feminine. I don't really imagine this fragrance on a man. It's nice. It's great. I recommend to try. And it's really the one that you can wear every day and not think about anything, but it's also very, very nice for the day. There's another Nishane fragrance on this desk. It's Zenne. And I think that this is one of the best fruity fragrances that I know. Yeah, it starts with a beautiful black currant, and I love black currant in perfumes. Sometimes it gives you a little bit of a pea note, you know, but not in this case. In this case, I don't smell anything like this. There's also the tartness of rhubarb in the opening. It becomes a little more bitter. And then it becomes this beautiful rose with gardenia and vanilla in the base. Yeah, the longer it sits on the skin, the more vanilla I smell. This is a very fruity, floral, and vanillic fragrance. Really nice. It's a mood booster. It's sexy. It's this kind of lighter personality, bubbly, giggly, you know, and I love this. I think it will be great during the summer too. I love wearing fruits mostly in the summer, but this one will actually work in the cold weather as well. I'm pretty sure of it. It's great. So nice, so uplifting, so happy, cheerful, really, really happy fragrance. I love it. Next, I want to talk about Hypnotic Poison. This is Eau de Parfum version. So there's eau de toilette in a more bright red bottle. This one is in a dark bottle, but this is more beautiful because under the light you can see that it's actually red. So stunning. And this version I prefer. At some point I thought that I wanted to buy eau de toilette because it was the only one that I tried. And then I traveled somewhere and I found this one on a shelf. And I realized that this one is so much better to me personally than eau de toilette, because eau de toilette is more powdery, but it's also more annoying. You know, it's a little bit annoying to me. And I noticed that I wore it a couple times. I don't have a bottle, but I sprayed it all over myself a couple times. And I noticed that I get so tired of that scent. It's so aggressively sweet. This one is toned down, but there is more depth. Oh my God, yes. It's so beautiful. This is a little bit more mature sexuality, you know. I would say that is an image for this fragrance. Of course, everybody can wear it. I just talk about the images in my head. This is maybe a slightly older woman, a very beautiful, very confident, experienced woman that moves slowly, a little bit like a cat. It opens up with a licorice and almond, and later I smell a lot of beautiful orange blossom with tonka bean. There's this almond sharpness because of tonka. I like how it's rough. I like how it's sharp, but it's still so nice and powdery. It's such a beautiful fragrance. Yes, and I really like it more than the toilette version. This is much, it has more depth, it has more colors, you know, it's darker, it has darker tones. And I understand why this bottle is darker too than the toilette. That one's bright red, this one is almost black. But yeah, it just makes so much sense. Beautiful. I love this one. Really recommend to try this version, especially if you're a fan of this line. Next will be something a little bit calmer. A little bit slower, even slower and calmer than the previous one. This is Rolling in Love by Kilian. It's one of my favorite Kilian fragrances and also just one of my favorite fragrances in general. This is incredibly powdery almond, like almond milk even, maybe with heliotrope and a little touch of raspberry or something fruity, but powdery. You know, raspberry has a little bit of, maybe you notice, powdery scent. So it has that aspect. And I think I can smell a very interesting ambrette. Usually ambrette is not my favorite note. It smells, to me, it smells a little bit like, I'm too close to somebody's body right after workout. After they worked out, like just walking out of the gym. It doesn't smell like sweat or something, but not always pleasant, not always something that I want to smell, you know. But here it's more, maybe it's musks. Maybe it's because of the fluffy musks here, actually, the white musk. But I think ambrette also plays a role here because here it's perfect, and where I'm ready to wear the hell out of that ambrette. I love it. It's so slow, it's so relaxed. You want to close your eyes, you know, like this, and just enjoy the sensation. It reminds me of this fluffy white feather on your skin, you know, it's that, yeah. Oh my God. This is just kind of a ecstatic fragrance, you know, just the sensation, just you let it go, let it flow. Beautiful, beautiful work. And the last fragrance for today is Bvlgari. My friend gave me this as a gift for Christmas. I love perfume gifts, my favorite. I didn't tell you the name. It's Fiori d'amore. The flowers of love. This smells like a rose that somebody soaked in raspberry jam. It's not overly sweet. I wouldn't say so. I smell a Turkish rose here. So very, very classic, old school Turkish rose. Yeah, and raspberry jam. It's nice. It's nice. It's also so feminine. It's on a flirty side. I would say it's a flirty fragrance. This whole line is pretty flirty. I love that line. Yeah, really nice to wear. It's uncomplicated. You don't have to be in a very special mood to wear this, as for example, Dusita for me, or Lipstick Rose, or even Hypnotic Poison. This is just lighter. If you like the rose, you probably are going to like this fragrance because it's very likable. Yeah. So these are my picks for a date, for St. Valentine's, or just for some romantic mood, just to get into that mood. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.